All right. Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and Terrence Crawford have something to say about Tyson Fury's performance against Otto Wallin. I will try my best to say his name correctly in this video. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also, I appreciate the people who have been sharing the video. Thank you very much. Share the video, like the video, and also I want to say thank you to everybody that watches the live streams that we do Monday through Friday. And also we had a terrific OG boxing talk this Sunday with myself, Kurt Anderson, and Blood Boxing. You should definitely check out the one we did last Sunday and be there for the one that we're going to do every Sunday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now let's get into this. Tyson Fury, he's not a champion. Okay, let's get that straight. I've been talking about this lineal nonsense that they've been trying to push for this guy. And I was a fan of Tyson Fury, and I have several pro Tyson Fury videos up on my page. Used to be a big defender of the guy when he was coming back. Was really wishing the best for him. He has had struggles that a lot of people go through in life, and definitely was looking for the best for this guy. But he acted a buffoon after he fought Deontay Wilder. He got a draw. He pulled out of the negotiation for the rematch to fight to fight Tom Schwartz and to fight Otto Wallin, all the while talking a lot of mess. He has the power of ESPN behind him now, selling this fantasy about lineal championship. I've never heard in all of the conversations that people have had about being the lineal champion, the lineal title being marketed like it's being marketed with Tyson Fury. If the lineal championship is such a championship, then why aren't the other lineal champions having themselves being marketed as the lineal champion? Why is it just Tyson Fury? By the way, do you know that who the lineal welterweight champ should be? Do you know who the lineal cruiserweight champion is, or who the lineal featherweight champion is, or who the lineal lightweight champion is? No, you do not. Because nobody's talking about that. Because everybody knows that that's not something that is tangible and can be promoted and as an actual championship in boxing, let alone the fact that Tyson Fury's not even actually the lineal champion. And I've gone through that in great depth many times. He's not. But regardless, he steps himself into the ring, he fights Otto Wallin, and he lays an egg. There's no other way around that. People are trying to polish that turd, and it's not going to polish. You're just going to make your elbow look brown. Just keep on, you polish it. Try to polish it. All it's going to do is rub off on you, and you got to look at you like there's something wrong. Okay? Bob Arum is trying to push this narrative that we need to give, and several other people have come to my page talking about, well, Otto Wallin was just a really, really good fighter. No. Sorry. This is supposed to be the #1 heavyweight in the world. This is a guy that has never fought at that level of competition before, ever, not even close to it. And Otto Wallin won several of those first rounds. He managed to cut Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, I do believe this is the third or fourth guy in a row fourth guy in a row that Tyson Fury should have went the distance with. I don't think that I've seen, somebody remind me when Tyson Fury's actually put somebody on their back and somebody's been waved over this guy and said knockout. No, man, there's some flaws, Tyson, but let's not just look at me and what I have to say about it. What did Deontay Wilder say about it? And that's a heavyweight champion, right? That's the #2 heavyweight champion, who I'm sure, according to Ring Magazine and ESPN, will remain the #2 heavyweight champion, despite the fact that Tyson Fury looked like garbage. That's what he looked like. He looked like garbage. that his father, John Fury, said he looked like garbage. He looked flat. He looked like he was overtrained. Whatever's going on with his team, he needs to fire his team. If he had say so, he'd get rid of the whole lot of them. That is what his father said. The same father that said he would have canceled the fight with Tyson. He would have canceled the fight with, he would have thrown in the towel with Deontay Wilder and his son. He said that these guys are ruining Tyson Fury's career. I wonder why. Now, he might have said that because they allowed him to fight all that time with with a cut that big, and eventually you're going to do so much damage to that cut that it might never heal properly. So in order to keep that fight going, they let this guy lose all kind of blood. He winds up getting 50 stitches. I've heard different numbers on his eye, and that eye more than likely will never be the same. He had 2 cuts on that eye, and he got wobbled in the 12th round. But what does Terrence Crawford say? Terrence Crawford says, man, if that was anybody else, he just says this on Twitter, if that's anybody else, they stop that fight off that cut. We've seen many fights stop. This guy was bleeding all over the ring for at least about 8 rounds. But somehow the referee and the doctors don't say, no, we need to stop this fight. This fight is getting very, very dangerous. Your cut is dang near to the bone. They're allowing this guy to lump on huge amounts of Vaseline. Look, man, they're doing everything they can to market this guy, Tyson Fury. And it's just, look, man, you cannot polish this turd. Andy Ruiz said, there's no way. This is the guy that's going to beat me with one hand behind his back. No way he's going to beat me with one hand behind his back, fighting Otto Wallin like that. And again, I don't want to hear this. Now let's build up the opponent. What really happened was he just got in there against one of the best heavyweights in the world, and nobody knew that Otto Wallin was one of the greatest fighters in the sport of boxing. I mean, man, what a jewel we found. No, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Deontay Wilder, if Deontay Wilder had a couple close rounds with Gerald Washington and then winds up laying Gerald Washington out, right? Lays Gerald Washington out, I think, or he might have just knocked him out. He might have been a TKO standing up, but you can say the same thing about Arthur Szpilka. He had some close rounds with Arthur Szpilka, but he winds up putting Arthur Szpilka comatose, and people in the story that these same people that will blow up Otto Wallin to make this garbage fight of Tyson Fury look good would say about Deontay Wilder that Deontay Wilder was exposed, even though he lays the guy out. Tyson Fury is with this great defense of like Muhammad Ali, right? The Muhammad Ali defense where you can't lay a hand on him. This incredible head movement, this incredible foot movement. Winds up getting gashed like that. When have you seen Muhammad Ali, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather Jr., guys with that level of defense with their eye gashed that big, who then give up their height, get into the middle, fight up close, and so close that Otto Wallin is allowed to glove scrape his eye on the inside? Come on, man. And the ref never says, get off him, man. You're just laying on him. None of that. Anyway, man, look, Tyson Fury, I would say his stock dropped, but dude, his stock wasn't that high anyway. This is dang near all media pushed. This is the marketing machine of Top Rank and its relationship with the media, and ESPN's extreme talent in developing a narrative and holding their correspondents, their employees, to delivering it. They actually, at the end of this fight, said, and still, great champion. This treatment of Tyson Fury with this lineal championship talk should let everybody know how fake these championships are. how fake, how manufactured, how completely fabricated this stuff is. Tyson Fury, this is my verdict from this fight. And I agree with what Deontay Wilder said. Deontay Wilder hurt that guy. Deontay Wilder changed something about that guy. He got wobbled in the 12th round by Otto Wallin, and that wasn't a particularly vicious straight left hand that wobbled him, that made him say, no, man, no. It's just that he's not what you're cracking him up to be. Tyson Fury is a very, very good fighter. He is not clearly the best heavyweight in the world. He struggled with a guy. He got cut, and let me tell you, he got cut. That's part of the fight. That's part of the fight. You can't just erase the cut and say, well, he just had a cut. That's the only problem that happened in that fight. No, dude, after he started pushing heavy on the guy, couldn't get the guy out of there because a whole bunch of those punches that people were giving him credit for weren't landing. They weren't landing flush. He wasn't turning over his punch. This guy is 6'9", pushing up on 300 pounds, closer to 300 than he is to 200. And if you're supposed to be that big, you're supposed to be that great fighter, and you're getting in there with a guy that steps up for the first time, you're supposed to be able to get him out of there with no problem. That was supposed to be a spotlight fight for them to sell how great he was, and it turned out to be a situation where the boxing world has to polish that turd. And and Terrence Crawford saw for what it was. Deontay Wilder day sure saw what it was. And Andy Ruiz saw for what it was, and so did John Fury. It's just a bad performance, man. Bad performance. And they probably, for the good of that dude's career, probably shouldn't have let him fight on that long with a gash that huge. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.